baseball card fever. I really got a baseball card fever. It started with my very first pack.
Hey, what's up, card tubers? Diego here. Welcome to another video. And in this Sports Cards Detour, what I'm going to be showing you is a little update onto my Franken-Set for my goalies. I have a goalie binder that I have numbered, or cards number 1 through 600. Actually, a little bit more than 600 of cards of goalies, starting with card number 1 through card 600, which is like this page here, will be 1 through 9 in order. This is my favorite card from the card number 1s, which is a Patrick Roy, and this is my favorite card number 9, Jonathan Quick. They make the cut. I kind of compare them and put them into my binder that way. But I'm missing a few numbers, and I wanted to update some of these. So I figured, why not do a video to show you guys how my binder is doing. It hasn't had much action going on since I filled up this binder, and I showed it in a previous video. So right now, I've got to go to the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to page this page here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change out this Eddie Belfour, and I'm also going to change out this Nikolai Khabibulin. These two cards here. I'm going to switch out these two cards, and I'm going a little bit more, I want to say vintage, but more vintage like, and I'm going to add in this Mike Liut for the Blues. This is a 1984-85 card, or sorry, it's 1982. Got the wrong card. I'm thinking of the Hanlon. This is 81-82 Mike Liut. And then the card number 21 will be this 1977 Rogie Vachon. This one's pretty cool with the fiberglass face mask. He looks like he's already leather pads. Kind of the same thing here. Liu is in the position where he's actually made the block. So I'm going to add these in to this page and kind of replace those, as I tend to like these a little bit more. So basically, I voted out the Eddie Belfour. Now, Eddie Belfour is well represented in my binder here. As you see, he's right there. And so is Nikolai Khabibulin. You could see him a few times if I was to flip through the pages. So having Liu and Vachon, there's not as many of them, especially from the 1980s cards. So we're going to move on, and I got to go to card number 87, which is this Tim Chevelde, and I'm replacing Tim Chevelde with this Manny Fernandez that I have here. And the reason why Chevelde is getting replaced, I'm not really too in love with the goalie mask that he has there. It's just kind of plain, just red, and I kind of like the star theme of the Manny Fernandez. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in there. And he'll be right there to stay. One of the first ones that I actually don't have will be this page here, and it's card 106. And card 106 will now be no more piece of paper there. It's going to be this Glenn Hanlon. That's 80. This one's the 84-85 season, or 83-84 Hanlon. I like how he's the opposite hand. His catching hand is on the right instead of left-handed, where he makes his grabs. So basically, like he's a left-hander. And then, this is a sweet card. Birdcage mask. I thought it was pretty cool. It's a little bit different, something different for this page. And I figured that Glenn Hanlon will look nice there anyway. Not like it's changing out, but I thought it'd be pretty cool to add that in there. I'm going to move on to another page here. Actually, I'm going to hit the pause button and we'll be right back. Okay, so right between this Roberto Luongo and this Ron Hextall, I don't have a card in there. I have a piece of construction paper that I cut up to block the card from behind it, so when I'm looking through it, it's easier for me to spot the missing card. And what I have, if I can get the construction paper out, to replace it is this Mike Liut Super Action. Thought that was pretty cool. Him with his extended fiberglass mask, all white. I thought it was pretty cool. So adding another vintagey card, 1981 card in there to give this page a little bit of a different look. I do have the I can't say his name. This guy right here was still with the leather pads, but the more up-to-date mask. This one has the fiberglass mask, so it's pretty cool to add that in there. We'll move on to the next page, the next card, which is 174. And 174 is going to go right here. Take out that piece of construction paper, and I'll show you that I'm adding back in another Ed Belfour. It's a 2B player card. So I'm going to add him in there. Don't have a card for that slot, so there you go. Now filled in. My next card is card number 197. And 197 is a switch out. I'm going to be switching out this Don Beaupre. Or Beaupre. I say Beaupre. And I'm going to be switching them out with another kind of 80s card. 1983 O-Pee-Chee of Richard Savegny. That's a cool looking fiberglass mask. It's one of those extended ones with a nice color on it. So I get a nice O-Pee-Chee card in there of a year that I don't have. I'm missing one more for this page, so we'll see if I can get something for that later. Let me flip over to the next page. Okay, on this page here, I'm going to be switching out this Curtis Joseph, who's well represented in the collection. I'm going to switch him out. And I'm going to put in Tampa Bay Lightning Andre V. I can't say his last name, so I'll just call him Andre V. I like his goalie mask. It's pretty cool looking. I don't know if I'm going to get a good shot of it, but that's probably the best I could do with the focus being so far back. But he's going to take his spot, and then I'm adding a new card into slot 278, and that's going to be this cool Brian Elliott from O-Pee-Chee. This is 2013-2014. Really sweet looking card of Brian Elliott. I love the background of this card. Definitely a good fit for my goalie binder. So I'm going to move on to the next couple pages and find this next card. Okay, so on this page here, I'm going to be replacing card number 290, which is this Eddie Belfour and horizontal. I'm going to switch him out because I'm kind of Ed Belfour heavy, and I'm going to go with this Craig Anderson. I like how the shot has him catching the puck. I thought that was pretty cool. Look like it'll make for a good part for the goalie binder. I have considered, once I fill the goalie binder with a lot of these cards, I was reconsidering going back through and maybe doing just a landscape version and a portrait version and then the landscape version of these cards. But first, I just want to get the set filled once for my own personal goals, and then go ahead and switch them out later. A card that I'm going to be adding is card number 298, which is this flab right here, the next page. And I'm going to be adding in this nice Carey Price, kind of like in action, has the Habs logo on there. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and add that into the goalie binder there. And then I'm going to put it on pause and move over to the next page. All right, so on this Ranger goalie page, I mean on this page here, card number 315, I had a Ranger goalie, Stephen. I can't say his last name, Stephen V, and I'm going to replace him with this Andy Moog. I kind of like the Andy Moog better because of the face mask there. Moog used to play for the Bruins, so he still has the bear on his goalie mask, and I thought that was pretty cool because it's in the colors of the Stars. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there, and I'll move on to the next page. Sorry, next two pages, right? 1, 2, and as much as I like this Thomas Volcom, I'm gonna replace him with basically a flyer. But I really like the Brian Elliott because you got a good view of his mask. He's got the Casey from the Ninja Turtles on his mask and the Flyers logo. I thought that was pretty cool, so I'm going to go ahead and switch him out and put Ryan Elliott in there. Plus, he's a Flyers guy, so he gets a little bonus point there. And then on this next page, I've been do 2 switch outs. This Tommy Soderstrom, I'm going to switch out. I like the action pose that he's in, but the card that I have to replace it is an O-Pee-Chee 1982 card, which I don't have represented well in my collection. So I like the leather pads in this one, and I thought it would be pretty cool. So I just think it's cooler than the Soderstrom in that one. But don't worry, Soderstrom does get a card that's going to be placed into this collection in a little bit. Another one that I'm going to be replacing is the Jerry Cheevers. The reason why I'm replacing Jerry is because he doesn't have a face mask, and he's really known for having the fiberglass face mask with the stitches on it. But since he doesn't have it here, I really like this 1982 O-Pee-Chee Richard Brodeur with the leather pads, the birdcage mask, and he also has the cool colors of the Canucks in this card. I thought it was pretty cool, so I wanted to switch that out and have an actual goalie, a goalie with a goalie mask and pads, right there. Sorry, Mr. Jerry Cheevers, but I just have to go with that one. Maybe I could put you on a different collection. Let's see. I got to go to the next page. And it's going to be right here. On this next page, we're adding in a card. This Tommy's Grice for the Islanders. I get to add him in, so I get to fill up a spot here. Take out my piece of construction paper and add in a card. So that's going to be pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Then I move over a few pages to replace a card here. Here I'm going to be replacing the Chris Terreri of the Devils. Although I like this one. I like the red pads on him. But this Jeff Sargent on the electric ice just looks pretty badass. So I'm going to go ahead and switch them out because I like that card better. Let's see, what's this card here? We have card 419. Put this on pause so I can flip through the pages. All right, guys, so card number 419 is this Jacob Markstrom. And I'm going to add him right here to the slot number 419 for the binder collection or the Franken-Set. And we can move over a page or two to here. Or actually just one page, and I'm going to be filling in card number 429, which should be this one right here. As soon as I get the piece of paper out. And I have this Ryan Miller that'll go in its place. And then I also have card number 431. I love this card. Calgary Frames, David Richtich or something like that. He has a beanie on with the Calgary Flames, and I like how it has the ball on the top of the beanie. Thought that was pretty cool. So I was like, oh, that card is sweet. It has to go in the binder. So whatever card was there was probably going to get booted out anyway. So there you go. So 2 more. Sometimes I keep on going back to the whole, I should do a landscape version and I should do a portrait version, but I just want to fill up the binder first. Let me go to the next page. So I mentioned that Tommy Soderstrom was going to have a card being put into his place, and it's going to go right here, right next to the Curtis Joseph. This is card number 474. As you can see, I'm getting into the spot where I have so many blank ones that I can actually have a piece of construction paper a couple pages back, because it'll go all the way through. And right here in this middle, you can see it's a lot lighter. This is a black one, and it's a lot lighter because there's a few pages before you get to the next one. But here is an electric ice of Tommy Soderstrom that'll go in the spot here. And that Soderstrom is a lot better. It's an electric ice. I like how, you see the back of his jersey, and he has the birdcage mask. So that's pretty. It's a pretty cool looking card. Now for this next one, there's not much on this page here, but since my 500s are so depleted, this basically goes from like 530 to 599. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this Dominic Hasek Upper Deck World Tour Electric Ice of Dominic Hasek, and that's going to go right where this red marker is. Although it's not in numerical order, since I don't have that many cards that are numbered, cards numbered 500 or more. I'm just going to use one page, and then as it gets bigger, I'll be able to add more sheets to it. And then my final card that I have is card number 586. I have this Christopher Nielstrup, or Nielstrup Opeachy. Nice shiny card for the Dallas Stars, and I'm going to put him right below Dominic Hasek in that void right there. So yeah, that's basically it. That is what I updated for my binder. As you can see, I'm still missing quite a few cards in there for the higher numbers, like getting up to 600. 400 is a little depleted. As you can see, we get to the 300s, and well, this is still 400, but you get to the 300s, I'm getting a little bit closer to full. But when you get to the first couple pages, we're definitely filling up some cards here on the earlier portion where I have a nice full page of cards. So yeah, so that is a long-winded video. Hope you guys can enjoy this, maybe play it in the background, but that's all I got. Until next time.
Well, thanks a lot for looking and listening, folks. I enjoyed being with you. So long, everybody.